Hello everyone, we're from the West Suffolk Community Cardiac Rehabilitation team. My name is Matt, I'm the exercise instructor for the team.
And I'm Jodie, one of the cardiac nurses.
And we're here to do your circuit exercise program with you today. So before we start doing any kind of exercise, make sure you've had a look through the checklist which you can find in your patient booklet or at the bottom in the description of this video. So those of you that are within our service, you should have received an email advising you which one of us you should be following. Those of you that are outside of our service and using this video and maybe for the first time, and we do encourage you to follow Jodie a little bit more. And when you've been going for a few weeks and you're finding it quite comfortable, you can start to follow me and it will do a little bit harder exercise. Good. So the structure of the program is going to be a 15-minute warm-up. We're going to do a 20-minute circuit part in the middle, followed by a 10-minute cool down. So it's really important while doing the exercise is that we follow the Borg scale. So for the warm-up, we should be moving from the very light or the extremely light area, moving up towards light. For the circuit part in the middle, we should be maintaining it somewhere between light and somewhat hard. And then when we come to the cool down section, we're going to slowly take it down from that somewhat hard level back down to that very light to extremely light area. Very good. So if you've had a look through the checklist and you're feeling well, let's begin. Let's start with that warm-up then. We're going to begin with a nice gentle walk. So remember with the warm-up, it is just a warm-up, so take it all nice and steady at your own comfortable pace. Keep your own comfortable range of movement and at your own speed. As we go through, Jodie's going to do a slightly easier version of the exercises and I'm going to do a slightly harder version. But thinking about that Borg scale, moving from that extremely light area up towards that light area before we move on to the main phase of the exercise. So, think about that, we're just going to start with some little toe taps out to the side. So, all in your own comfortable range of movement. If it's painful in your hips, just reduce that range of movement down or just go back to your march. Do what is right for you.
Remember, nothing should be hurting, so the whole way through it should be within your own comfortable limits.
Good, and we're going to do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good, and back to your walk again. And we're going to change those up for some little heel digs out in front. So heel digs out in front. So heels down to the floor, toes off the floor. Good, nice and comfortable. And again, we're going to do 4 more of those. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to that walk again. Pedaling through those feet. And this time we're going to go out the other direction, so we're going to go out behind, so little toe taps out behind. So Jodie, just turn to the side so you can see. Just watch out for any furniture or the cat or dog behind you, alright? Don't kick them.
This is where we have to keep an eye on Fred as well behind us.
And if you find you're a little bit unstable doing this, just pop a chair by your side or something you can hold on to while you do those little toe taps out behind. And again, we're just going to do 4 more of those. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to your walk again. Excellent. Let's do a little bit of mobility then, alright? So we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So rolling the shoulders back for 4, 3, nice big slow movements, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give those arms a bit of a shake out. Good. And we're going to do a single arm breaststroke. So one arm and then the other. Keep the arms nice and slow. Just moving through those shoulders. Again, it shouldn't be painful at all. If it's painful, just leave this exercise out, that's fine. And then we're going to go into a front crawl, keeping the arms nice and low as we do this. Keep those feet pedaling as well. Very important. Couple more. And we're going to lead into a backstroke, so leading with the elbow now. Again, keep those arms nice and low. Nice controlled slow movements. Very good. One more on each side. Last one. And relax those arms down. Very good. Give those arms a bit of a shake out. Good. Back to a nice purposeful march. And if you can, we're going to bring those arms in for a bit of a swing. If you find yourself getting a bit breathless, then feel free to follow Jodie to doing a little bit less, alright, bringing those arms down a little bit more, or you can leave the arms out altogether if you need to. Good, we're going to go back to those toe taps out to the side, so toe tapping out to the side again. And this time we can bring the same arm up so the corresponding arm and leg can go out to the side. Keep those arms nice and low to begin with. Shouldn't be pushing things on too much at the moment, keep it nice and comfortable. And if you find it still a little bit too much, either follow Jodie or you can leave those arms out all together and just do the legs, that's absolutely fine. Good, keep going. And we're going to do 4 more, so 4, 3, 2, 1, and return back to my march again. And this time we're going to do some toe taps out in front. So the toes going down to the floor, the heels coming off the floor. Again, take it to where it's comfortable for you. And if you're finding this nice and easy, then you can bring the arms in. So one arm at a time, same arm, same leg. Keep the arms nice and low to begin with. And we're going to give you a little bit of a challenge, alright? At your own speed, we're going to go 1, 2, and then 2 on the same side. 1, 2, and 2 on the same side. 1, 2, and 2 on the same side. Very good. At your own speed, keep that pattern of movement going. Just give your brain a little bit of a workout as well. Good, we're going to do 2 more at your own comfortable pace. Last one for me. And we're all going to return to our walk. Give those arms a bit of a swing. Good, just picking up that pace slightly if you feel comfortable too. And we're going to go with some little toe taps out behind. So toe tapping out behind. And again, if you need to, have that chair by your side or in front of you just to hold on to. And as the foot goes back, we're going to get one of our hands to raise up in front. I don't mind if you do same arm, same leg, or you can do opposite arm, opposite leg. The choice is yours. I'm very generous like that.
Absolutely.
Good. Again, if you find your breathing's coming up a little bit too much, then feel free just to slow that pace down, follow Jodie, leave those arms out all together if you need to. But if you're feeling comfortable, you can just bring that pace up a little bit more. And 3, 2, 1, back to our march again, giving those arms a nice swing if you can. Excellent. We're going to go for those knee raises, okay? So we're going to raise those knees up, one at a time preferably, touching lightly onto your opposite knee as they come up. So opposite hand, opposite knee, take it at your comfortable pace, remember. And if you need that chair for support, then just hold on to it. Good, and 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your march. Little bit faster if you can. Excellent, very good. All right, slow that pace down. Drop those arms out, give them a bit of a shake out. Keep those feet moving. We're just going to move into a little bit of mobility and a few just dynamic stretches. Just to prepare those muscles ready for the activity. Good, just keep those feet tapping away nice and gently, and we're just going to cross those arms once in front and then once behind. So, feel a little bit of tension across the chest as you take those hands behind, and a little bit of tension across the back as those hands come in front. Shouldn't be painful at all. Very good. Couple more. And relax those arms down. Taking those feet out to the side, keeping those toes tapping away. Soften the knees slightly, arms down by the side. And we're just going to do some side bends. So reaching down for one side, back up to the middle again, and over to the other. So feel that stretch down the side as you go down. Keeping those toes tapping away, and really importantly, keep that breathing going. Good, we're going to do the last ones on each side, so reach it down, and over to the other side, and back up again. Very good, and a wiggle of those feet, keep that circulation up. Good, we're just going to do some toe taps behind with slight variation this time, so we're going to both turn to the side, we're going to toe tap behind, pushing the heel down onto the floor, and stepping back in. Just a little hold there before we bring that foot back in. So hopefully you feel the stretch down in the calf muscle, just down the bottom part of the leg. Again, a little bit of tension, shouldn't be painful at all. Just holding for a second or so, it's a little dynamic stretch, just letting the muscles know we're going to be doing some work.
Feeling my balance now.
Excellent. We're going to do one more on each leg. Last one, and back to our march again. Keeping that circulation going, doing really well. Good, we're going to do heel digs out in front, so we're going to heel dig out, leave them out there for a second, bring them back in. So heel dig out, toes pointing forwards, and as we go, we're going to stick our bum out just a little bit behind, and you should be able to stretch this time in the upper part of the leg. So toes pointing forward, sticking your bum out. It's not glamorous, but it gets the job done. Good, keep going. Feel a little bit of a stretch in the top of the leg. And we're going to do one more on each side. Last one. And back to your march again. Head of those feet, keep that circulation going. Good, last one before we start doing the re-warm. Imagine there's a ball in front of you, you're going to kick that ball just to the person next to you, or to the dog or cat or wall, whatever you've got around. And again, if you need to, just have that chair for support as you do this. Feel that stretch down the outer part of the thigh this time. Good, keep going. And we're going to do two more on each side. Last two. And we're going to go back to our march again. Good, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit more stretched out and ready to do the exercise. What we're going to do now is going to bring the heart rate back up again, ready to start the main phase of the exercise program. So bring those arms back in if you can. Very good, we're going to walk the feet out to the side nice and wide. We're going to imagine we're in a big box, we're going to step to the corners of that box. So forwards, forwards and back, back. Make those size of foot movements whatever's comfortable for you. So you can make them a little bit smaller if you want to, like Jodie's doing, or if you're like me and you're feeling nice and comfortable, you can make those foot movements nice and big. And if you're feeling really comfortable and you want that extra challenge, you can bring those arms in, so forwards, forwards, and in with those arms, so forwards, forwards, and in as you move your feet. Good, you should start really to feel your breathing starting to come up. Good, and we're going to do two more at your own comfortable pace. Last one for me. And go back to the march. Good. Marching a little bit faster if you can. Excellent, we're going to go to our heel digs out in front again. So heel digs out in front. A little bit quicker than before if you can. And this time, a little bit more of a challenge. We're going to bring a little bicep curling. So you can do opposite arm, opposite leg, or same arm, same leg. That's entirely up to you. I won't test you too much today.
He's testing me as well.
Good, doing really well. Keep going, everyone. Heading towards the end of the warm-up now. Hopefully you should feel nice and warm. Breathing should be up. Ready to start that main phase of your exercise. I'm just going to do a few more. Very good, and back to our march again. Nice quick march. Bringing that pace up a little bit more. Give those arms a bit more of a swing if you're feeling comfortable. Good, we're going to go back to those toe taps out to the side again. So toe tapping out, again a little bit faster than before if you can. And bringing that arm up a little bit higher than before. Just increasing that intensity nice and slowly. We should be heading towards that light area on that Borg scale. Got a couple more minutes to go. Excellent. And last couple, last one, and back to that march again. Nice quick march now. Let's bring those knee raises back in, so touching lightly onto those opposite knees. And if you're finding it nice and easy, you can increase the size of those arm movements or increase your speed. And if you're finding it a little bit difficult, then bring the size of those arm movements down, slow your speed down, follow Jodie if you need to. Or you can leave the hands out all together. Good, last couple. And we're going to go back to that march again. Good, swinging those arms now. We're heading towards the last minute of the activity. And a little bit faster if you can. Good, slow that pace back down. We're going to walk those feet out to the side. We're going to kick those heels up towards your bum. If this is painful in your knees, just stick with the march, that's absolutely fine. Arms down in front, and if you're feeling comfortable, we can just bring an arm swing in there. Good. We can follow Jodie's lovely skating impression.
It's got to be the skating.
Yeah. More elegant than I am.
Thanks.
Very good. Last couple of seconds. Very good. And back to a nice quick march just to finish off that warm-up. Alright, very good. Keep those feet marching, everyone. Grab yourselves a drink if you need to. We're now going to move on to the main section, that circuit program. But congratulations, you've done the warm-up.
Well done.
Alright, very good everyone. So we're going to move into the main circuit part of our exercise program. Now Jodie's going to do the 3-to-1 exercise and I'm going to do the 4-to-1 exercise. So Jodie's going to do 3 cardiovascular exercises followed by 1 active recovery, and I'm going to do 4 cardiovascular exercises followed by 1 active recovery. For the active recovery exercise, you can use light weights, alright, a couple of tins of beans, or our own trusty bottle of water.
Comes everywhere.
Absolutely. Alright, so just give you a little bit of resistance while you do those exercises. So we're going to all start off together. We're going to go into the high knees for number 1 of our exercises. Good, so as we go through, we're going to give variations on each of the exercises, just to make a little bit harder or a little bit easier depending on how you're feeling. So for instance, with the high knees, you can increase the range of movement with those arms, or pick up the pace. Or if you need to, if you're finding it's a little bit too much, you can slow the pace down, reduce the range of movement, or if you need to, leave those hands out all together and just give it a little knee raise.
Remember, just keeping yourself your own comfortable limits. As long as those feet are moving, we're really happy with you.
Absolutely. Good. 15 seconds to go in this exercise, doing really well. Last 10 seconds. Excellent. And we're all going to go into the march and sprint together. So we're just going to go into a march of those feet. Off we go. So if you want to just stick with the march, you can. If you want to challenge yourself to make things a little bit harder, you can sprint your feet in 3, 2, 1. Sprint those feet. Good. And back to your march, joining in with that. Good. Keep that breathing up. And again, if you want to, you can join in with 3, 2, 1, sprint those feet. And back to your march again.
I'm afraid you can't bill us for wearing your carpet out, so we do apologise.
I reckon we can fit a couple more in. So 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet if you can. Good, and back to your march again. And we're going to do one more for me. 1, 2, 3, sprinting those feet. Excellent. And moving into our third exercise today, which will be the half star. So stepping up, same arm, same leg for me. Again, with this exercise, you can make it a bit harder by bringing those arms up a little bit higher, but no higher than your shoulder. And then if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can just reduce that range of movement down, or leave those arms out altogether and just do the feet. Good, keep going, doing really well everyone.
Got to watch out for Fred here on this one.
Excellent, well done everyone. 20 seconds to go, doing absolutely fantastically. Good, so as we're coming towards the end of this minute, Jodie's going to peel off to do the first active recovery exercise, which is going to be the bicep curl. Those of you following me, however, we're going to carry on and do the high knees, alright? So off we go, we're going to go into those high knees.
Okay, those of you that are following me, we're going to stand nice and tall, nice and upright. Okay, nice and slow, controlled movements of this one, elbows tucked in. We're taking the arms up for 3 seconds and down for 3 seconds. So this is for your bicep curls, and we're aiming for the 10 to 12 repetitions in the minute on this one.
Good, those of you following me, if you want to make it a little bit harder as before, increasing the size of those arm movements, increasing that speed, or bring it down just a little bit if you want a bit of recovery, or leave those arms out altogether. But as I say, do what's right for you.
Those of you on the biceps, just remember to keep breathing as you're doing it, no breath holding, and keeping in your own comfortable limits.
Excellent, last 10 seconds everyone. And then Jodie's going to carry on to do the heel digs with the arm curls for the first one of our cardiovascular exercises for the next part. And those of you following me, we're going to go into those bicep curls that Jodie just did. Excellent. So, as Jodie said before, keeping those feet moving, elbows tucked into the sides, slowly bringing those weights up towards the shoulders, isolating that bicep muscle. 3 seconds up, 3 seconds down, 10 to 12 repetitions. Get my teeth in.
So those of you that are following me with the heel digs and the bicep curls, then just make sure that you're keeping in your own comfortable limits. If you wish to speed up, if you find it nice and easy, then do so. If you're starting to tire a little bit, just drop those arms out and just keep your heel digging on your own.
Excellent, doing really well everyone. Into the last 20 seconds of the exercise now. If you find your muscles getting a little bit tired doing those bicep curls, you can just pop the weights down and just carry on with a little bit of a walk. Just up to the end of the minute, last 10 seconds, doing really well. Keep going everyone. And we're going to move into round number 6, which is going to be the tap backs. We're going to do that all together. So toe tapping behind, Jodie's just turned to the side so you can see what she's doing. So those of you finding it nice and easy doing this, you can bring a few little arm movements in there. So a little swing of those arms as you do it. And the higher you bring them, the harder it's going to be. And if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can bring those arm movements down, or follow Jodie, who's just going to leave those arms out altogether.
Remember, if you struggle with your balance, there's no harm in having a chair in front of you for this one, just to help support you if you need it.
Very good everyone, doing absolutely fantastically. So it's worth having to think now about how you're feeling. Just make sure you're feeling between that light and somewhat hard on that Borg scale. If you find things are getting a little bit too hard, you're breathing a bit too hard, then you can just bring that pace down as we explained to you before. Or if you're finding it really easy, you can just start to pick that pace up a little bit. Good, last few seconds of this exercise, we're going to the heel kicks arm swing. Round 7 for me, alright? So take those feet out to the side, kicking the heels up towards your bum. And if you're finding it nice and easy, you can bring those arms in. A bit of an arm swing on there. Increasing that pace if you're finding it nice and comfortable. Excellent, very good everyone. Doing really, really well. If you find this a little bit too much, then as always, just follow Jodie. Just leave those arms out if you need to. Should definitely be catching your breath slightly now. Feeling warm? I definitely am.
Absolutely. We're lucky we've got the aircon here.
Absolutely. Good, alright, so moving to the next exercise. It's going to be round 8, and in the next few seconds, Jodie's going to go back for an active recovery exercise. And those of you following me, we're going to go into the march and sprints.
me, nice and tall and upright, elbows tucked in again. We're going to imagine we've got that newspaper in our hands. Okay, so we're opening the newspaper out, holding it for a couple of seconds, and then just bringing it back in nice and slowly. So out for 3 seconds, back in for 3 seconds. And again, that 10 to 12 repetitions.
And those of you following me, if you're feeling comfortable too, we're going to go for a little sprint in 3, 2, 1. Sprint those feet. Good, and back to your march again. Good, and 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet. Good, and back to your march. Have a little bit of recovery. If you want to carry on just doing the march, you're more than welcome to. And again, 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet up to the end of the minute. Fantastic. Back to your march again. We're going to move on to the next exercise. Round number 9, you'll be pleased to know. We're going to go into the high knees all together. So if you're finding it nice and easy, you can follow me, increasing the size of those arm movements, picking up that pace. Or if you're finding it a little bit difficult, then obviously you can follow Jodie, just keeping those arms down, keeping a nice, comfortable range of movement. Well done.
Keep going, you're doing really well.
Excellent. We've got 20 seconds to go. Well done, everyone. Keep going for us. And you'll be pleased to know the next exercise is going to be round number 10, so we're almost halfway through. Those of you following Jodie are going to the march and sprint, and those of you following me, we're going to go into that upper back strengthener.
Okay, so back into your comfortable march, keeping in your own comfortable speed now.
So it's Jodie's newspaper exercise, alright, so opening and closing that newspaper, keeping the elbows tucked into the side for that stretch, so strengthening across the back, just up the top between the shoulders.
Okay, so as Matt said, we're halfway now, so if you're starting to feel like you're tiring, then please just carry on just for the march. But those of you that feel comfortable to do so, then we're going to do a couple of little mini sprints. So in 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your march. Okay, giving yourself a chance to catch your breath. And then in a couple of seconds, 3, 2, 1, back to that sprint. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your march.
Excellent, well done everyone. We're going to go into our next exercise now, number 11, so we're over halfway, and we're going to go into our half stars all together for me. Good. So yes, great news, round 11, we're over halfway now, doing absolutely fantastically.
We're getting there.
We are getting there. Good, so as always, bring those arms up a little bit higher or step out a little bit faster to increase the intensity. Or if you want to bring things down, obviously just continue to follow Jodie, just keep those arms down, reduce that speed of movement. Doing really well everyone. Remember, if you're feeling a little bit parched at this point, don't forget to grab yourself a drink if you need one. We do encourage you to drink all the way through the exercise, keep yourself well hydrated. Good, last few seconds. So Jodie's going to round 12 doing the tricep kickbacks. Those of you follow me, we're going to go back into the heel kick with the arm swing.
Okay. So I'm coming side on just so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I like to call this the Eddie the Eagle impression. Okay, so imagine you've got some ski poles. Okay, and having the pit poles in front. Okay, you're just going to bend at the elbow, straightening the arms behind. Working those bingo wings, or the technical terms, the triceps.
Good, those of you following me, alright, kicking those heels up towards your bum, work with your own comfortable range of movement. If it's painful in your knees, you can just have a march and give those arms a swing if you want to. And if you find it a little bit too much, you can leave the arms out altogether and just do the heel kicks.
Remember, nice and controlled, nice and tall and upright with this one. Feet just gently moving.
Good, last 15 seconds of this exercise, doing really well. And then we're moving on to round 13. Excellent, last 5 seconds. We're going to move on to the heel dig and the arm curl. We're going to do that all together. Very good. So So heel digging out in front, and we're going to bring that arm curl in. Same arm, same leg, doesn't matter, whatever you feel comfortable with. And as always, you can pick up that pace to make it a little bit harder if you're finding it easy, or just slow that pace down, or leave the arms out altogether if you're finding you're starting to tire at this point. Well done, everyone. 30 seconds to go. Excellent. Last 15 seconds now, doing absolutely fantastically. Again, we're moving into round 14 in a moment, and we're all going to go into the tap backs together. Good. 3, 2, 1. Very good. Into those tap backs behind. Jodie's turned to the side once again, just to show you that movement. Good. And if you're finding it nice and comfortable, then obviously you can bring those arms in. A little bit of swing of those arms, make things a little bit more difficult. Catching that breath a little bit more. Have a think about that Borg scale again for us. So work between that light and somewhat hard. Make sure you can still talk, alright? If the cat or dog's going by, have a chat with it. Make sure you can still do that while you're doing your activity. If you're gasping at this point, just slow that pace down. Drop the arms out altogether if you need to. Excellent. 20 seconds to go. Doing really well.
Keeping your own comfortable limits.
Absolutely. It's what it's all about. And we're going to move into round 15 in a moment. Jodie's going to go into that heel kick with the arm swing. And those of you following me, we're going to go into those tricep kickbacks. Alright?
Okay, so those of you that are following me, we're just going to start with the heel kicks to begin with. Okay, keeping in your own comfortable limits.
And those of you following me, keep it nice and upright, elbows out behind, extending those hands up behind and tap back underneath, aiming to get those triceps. You feel a bit of tension down the back of the arm.
So if those of you that are following me feeling nice and comfortable, then you want to add the swings in. Imagine you're ice skating, doing your best Torval or Dean impression, but not doing any bolero.
Excellent. Make sure you keep those feet moving while you're doing your resistance exercise, your active recoveries. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Keep that breathing going as well. That's also very important.
If you're starting to tire, just drop those arms out, not a problem.
Good. Moving into the last 5 seconds of the exercise now. Good. Those of you following Jodie, you're going to go into your calf raises. Those of you following me, we're going to go into those heel kicks with the arm swings.
Okay, so I'm coming side on for this one, keeping feet shoulder width apart, okay. I've got a couple of weights in my hands, but you can go without weights if you'd rather, not a problem. We're going to go up onto tiptoes and back down again. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So up for 3 seconds, down for 3 seconds.
Now, I don't think my skating is quite as stylish as Jodie's, but I'm doing my best. So kicking those heels up towards your bum. Give those arms a bit of a swing. And if you're finding it nice and easy, you can bring those arms up a little bit higher or increase the pace of that movement. And if you want to, you can slow that pace down, drop the arms out all together if you need to, and just kick those heels up towards your bum. Just do what is right for you. You're pleased to know this is round 16, so we've just got 4 more exercises to go. Well done, everyone. Keep going, doing really well.
Well done. Home straight now.
Absolutely. Woo. Excellent, very good. All right, we're all going to go into our high knees together. So bringing those knees up, touching lightly onto your opposite knees. Good, so hopefully you know the variations for this, increasing that pace or increasing the size of those arm movements to make it a bit more difficult, or reducing that pace down, reducing that range of movement. If you need to, leave the hands out all together.
We're very accommodating.
Yeah, do our best, don't we? This is round 17. 3 more to go. Well done, everyone. 20 seconds left of this exercise.
Keep going.
Good, and we're all going to go into the marching sprints in a moment. Good, all right, marching away for me. So if you want to just carry on marching, you can for the entire minute. But if you want a bit more of a challenge, and obviously you can join in with the sprints. So 1, 2, 3, sprinting those feet. Good, and back to your march again. Having that recovery time. And again, 1, 2, 3, sprinting those feet if you can. And back to your march again. Nice slow march, just have that bit of recovery. If you need to leave the arms out, you can just go back to your walk like so. If you're feeling comfortable, to carry on. And 1, 2, 3, and sprint those feet. And back to your march again. I think we just fit one more in.
Oh.
And 1, 2, 3, sprint those feet. Up to the end of the minute. Well done, back to your march again. Very good, and we're all going to go to our half stars again. Tapping out, same arm, same leg. Round 19, we're nearly there. Last 2 exercises to do.
Come on, we can make it.
Is that to us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent, so bring those arms up a little bit higher if you're finding it easy. Or reduce that range of movement down if you need to. Excellent, well done everyone. 30 more seconds to go in this exercise. Over halfway now.
Nearly there.
Done so well. And we're all going to finish off with an active recovery exercise, you'll be pleased to know. Good, alright, so last few seconds. So those of you following Jodie, get yourself ready to do the lateral arm raises, and those of you following me, we're going to do the calf raises.
Okay, so those of you following me, remember nice and controlled with the footwork, nice and slow and steady, taking the arms out to the side, shoulder height if you can. Okay, nice and slow, nice and controlled. Up for 3 seconds and back down for 3 seconds. I like to think of this one more as a Batman impression.
Those of you following me, you can hold a couple of weights in your hands, or if you want to do it without weights, you're more than welcome to. If you find it's a little bit testing on your balance, you can pop a chair in front of you, you can hold on to that. And all we're going to do is have the feet hip width apart, and we're just going to raise up onto our toes and back down again. Feel that tension in those calves. 3 seconds up, 3 seconds back down, 10 to 12 repetitions. Nearly there. Last 20 seconds now.
Oh, come on.
Few more repetitions, doing really well. Last 10 seconds. Very good everyone, hold it there, pop those weights down. Good, back into your march again. Good, so you completed the circuit part of the program, so well done everyone.
Well done, fantastic.
Obviously we don't want you to suddenly stop doing your exercise, so we're going to move into the cool down, but feel free to grab yourself a glass of water, it's well earned, alright, and then we're going to move on to the cool down section. Well done everyone.
Well done.
Alright, very good everyone, so you finished your circuit part of the program, and now we're going to move into the cool down. So it's really important to do a cool down after doing our exercise to allow the body to come down to its rest state as it was before you started doing the exercise. So have a think about that ball scale, so moving from that somewhat hard, that light area, back down to that very light, and then eventually to that extremely light area on that ball scale before we stop. Good, so we're going to start with those toe taps out to the side, so nice and wide to begin with. And each time we tap out, we're just going to bring the pace down and just reduce that range of movement until eventually we're just doing tiny taps by our side. Good. So keep reducing that pace down, reducing that range of movement until you're just doing nice, slow taps by your side. Good, and we're going to go back into our walk again. Excellent. It's going to turn to the side and we're going to do some toe taps out behind. So again, nice and wide to begin with. And each time you tap out, you're just going to slow that pace down, reducing that range of movement as you do. If you need to pop a chair in front of you, just something to help with your balance as you do this. Excellent, and very slow, just going to be doing tiny taps behind you. Good, and we're going to go back to our walk again. Very good. So with us, you're going to do some heel digs out in front, and you're just going to leave them out there for a second before you bring them back in. Good. And slow that pace down a little bit more. Leave them out there just for a little bit longer. Fantastic. Couple more for us. Good. And back to your walk again. Good. Give you a little bit of a challenge of balance. As always, if you need a chair or something just to hold on to, then do so. We're just going to do some slow knee raises. Some nice, slow, controlled movements. Challenge your balance a little bit, but if you need a chair to hold on to, then do so. That's absolutely fine.
If you can fix your gaze on something that's not going to move, that does help with the balance.
So don't stare at us.
We definitely will put you off.
Yep. Good, and we're just going to do a couple more.
It's like your Chariots of Fire on this one, isn't it?
Last one. Very good, and just back to a more slow walk now. Good, a bit of mobility through those shoulders, so rolling those shoulders back again. So 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Always feels quite nice, this one, doesn't it?
It does,
Opening
give a
that
nice
chest
stretch
out.
across the chest. Give those arms a bit of a shake out. My absolute favourite exercise, some shoulder shrugs. So shrug those shoulders up to those ears, and back down. And 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Give those arms a shake out. We're going to go for some toe taps out and round. So nice slow toe taps. Point those toes down to the floor. And again, just slow that pace down. Good. And we're going to do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. And just a nice slow walk on the spot now. Very good. You're going to do 4 very slow heel digs with us. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to carry on and do 4 at your own pace. And once you've done those, you can bring your feet nice and close to the middle, wiggling your toes and your shoes. Another little balance exercise. With one of your legs, I don't mind which one you start with, you're going to tap out in front, to the side, back, and together. Same with the other leg. Forwards, side, back, and together. We're going to do 1 more on each side. So forwards, side, back, and together. Last one, forwards, side, back, and together. Well done everyone. And a little walk of those feet, keeping that circulation up. We're just going to go through a few stretches now, alright, working from the top of the body down. So just take those feet out to the side, keeping the toes in contact with the floor. We're just going to keep pedaling through those heels. Good. Keep it all nice and comfortable now, bringing everything back down. Bring one of your arms out in front. Again, I don't mind which one you start with. Take it across the body. Pop your hand onto your forearm, not onto the elbow. Give it a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a cuddle in towards you. Feel that tension just across in the shoulder, maybe across the top of the back. Should be a little bit of tension, but no pain at all. Make sure you keep breathing while doing this. That is very important. And relax that arm down. Give that arm a shake out. Same with the other side. Bring the other arm up. Take it across the body. Give it a little bit of a pull in towards you. Just keep those feet just pedaling away nice and gently. Don't forget about them down there. I know they've worked hard. We've just got to keep going for a little bit longer. Good. And relax down again. Roll those shoulders back just a couple more times. Excellent, very good. We're going to take the hands round behind us. We're going to pop the hands onto the lower part of the back. You can see Jodie just there. And we're going to take the arms behind, taking the elbows back, squeezing those shoulder blades, feeling that stretch just across the chest, holding that position. Keep nice and upright while you do this. Just keep those feet just pedaling away nice and gently. Feel that stretch just across that chest. Couple more seconds. Very good. Release, cross those arms a few times in front just to ease that off. Good. And relax those arms down by the side. We're going to walk the feet out a little bit wider now. Soften knees. I'm just going to keep those toes tapping away nice and gently. Arms down by the side. And we're going to do a few more of those side bends. Reaching down a little bit lower and taking the range of movement a little bit further and slowing that pace down. Good. We're going to do 2 more, so 1 more on each side. Fantastic. Last one then. Very good. And back up to the middle. And a little pedal through those feet again. Good. Moving on to the legs then. Alright, so I was going to turn to the side so you can see. You're going to take 1 foot back. Try and get those heels in contact with the floor as best you can. Ease forwards, bending the front knee. Pop the hand on the middle upper thigh of the front leg. Ease your chest forwards, pushing that back heel down from the floor. Make sure you keep a nice straight line between your back and your leg as you are standing there. Just hold that position. As always, a bit of tension in there. This shouldn't be painful at all. If it is, just ease out. So hold for a few more seconds. Excellent, very good. And we're just going to step back in and wiggle of those feet. And we're going to do the same on the other leg. So we're going to take the other leg back. Try and get that foot nice and flat to the floor, heel in contact, ease forwards, bending that front knee, hands on that middle upper thigh of that front leg and hold that position. You should feel that stretch just down in your calf muscle. Again, a bit of tension, shouldn't be painful at all. Just a few more seconds we're going to hold it for. Very good, and stepping back in. Excellent, and a wiggle of those feet just to ease that off. Good, alright, going to turn to the side again. We're going to heel dig out in front. So heel dig one of your feet out, toes are going to point to the wall opposite. And we're just going to stick our bums out behind. It's not a very dignified movement. Pop our hands on that supporting bent leg and just feel that stretch up the hamstring muscle just in the back of the leg here and hold that position. Good, hold it for a few more seconds. Keep breathing away nice and comfortably. And very good, ease back in and wiggle of those feet. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we're going to heel dig the other leg out this time, toes pointing forwards, pushing those hips out behind, hands on that supporting leg. Or if you want to just help with your balance, hold on to a chair or the sideboard or something just to give yourself a bit of support. Good, couple more seconds. And relax out of there. Very good everyone, so pedal through with those feet. Finally, we're going to finish off with the ankle activators. So find a spot on the floor in front of you. You're going to cover it with your heel and then your toe on that same spot. I don't mind which foot you start with. Good. So heel, toe. Imagine there's a 2p coin on the floor.
2p?
2p, yeah, gone up in the world. Cover with your heel and then your toe. Very good. And we're going to switch over and do exactly the same on the other side. So heel, toe. On that same spot. Excellent. And we're just going to do a few more. Good. And just back to your walk again. So nice, slow walk on the spot. Give yourself a bit of a shake out. Excellent. All right. Well done, everyone. That's the cool down completed. You can go and grab yourself a seat. You've done absolutely fantastically. Well done, everyone.
Well done.